Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm David here with Zion's Gate Ranch. We have something great in store for you guys today. We are going to be doing a goat hide. If you've never done your own goat hides, you're going to love this. Now, it's so easy, so simple. A lot of people think it's real hard. It's just a little few steps that you got to go through. And I think that you'll really enjoy this video. Stay to the end and you will not regret it. So let's go. Let me show you how we do it. Come on. All right, so I'm over here with the hide, and there's a lot of things that you have to do to get these hides ready. I mean, it's not like you can just go wham, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, you know. So first starting out, you skin your goat. Try to get as much flesh off while you're skinning, and try not to put holes in the hide while you're skinning. That really don't want to mess that up. Now, once you get your hide, you're going to want to salt the hide. So lay it out flat as possible. Take some sea salt, no salt with iodine. You can use any kind of salt, just don't use the iodine. You can actually use the stuff at the feed store that they use for cattle. That works too. I just use sea salt. So no iodine salt, just regular salt. Now, salt the hide really good, thoroughly, all across the hide. I'm going to show you what it looks like here in just a second. And after you get done doing that, you want to roll the thing over flesh to flesh and roll it up like a paper towel roll tight. And once you do that, then you can wrap a twine around it real tight and hang it on a fence, as long as nothing can get to it, and let it drip dry for 24 hours. And if you don't do that, you're going to have a hide that might start pulling hair. Now, you also want to have, it'll keep the salt inside of that roll, and it'll keep it from losing the salt and getting all that moisture out, because that's the goal. So let me show you what it looks like after I unrolled it, because we're already past those steps. So let's show you what it looks like. All right, as you can see, this hide, I just unrolled it like I was saying. This flesh would be flipped this way. Now, the reason why you do that is, like I said, so that salt will stay in. Now, see, if you wouldn't have done that, you see, if you just salted this and hung it on a fence, all this salt's going to fall off, and you want to get as much moisture out. You know how you got the moisture out is because you can still see all this salt. So, so the next step is unroll it, then take you some screws with some big washers like this, and you see how it has corners everywhere. You want to start on one corner, go to this corner and pull tight and kind of angle your screw this way, and it'll pull the hide. Then you want to go to the other end, almost like you're doing a tire, crossways every time. And then just keep doing it just like a tire, like a star pattern. And you'll keep pulling that hide tighter and tighter and tighter. And that is the goal. You want this thing tight. Like, see how tight this is? You're stretching it. So you might see some chunks of meat on here. That's okay. Don't even worry about that, because when we're done, I take a knife and I come back and I cut the hide perfectly circle. So all these little tags will be cut off, just, where it looks clean. So once you get it all done like this, see every single corner. Now, this is the goat's tail. Now, getting that bone out is kind of tricky. So you got to run your knife around that bone. You don't have to keep it if you want, but I think it's kind of cool. So I took it out. Now, I'm not going to put a screw here, because if I do, I'm going to lose more of this because I need to get that flesh off. So I'm going to spray this with the power washer, and then I'll pull it tight. After this is done, every corner is tight like this. What you want to do now is get a pressure washer. Lean this up against the fence, because that's what we're going to do next. And get you a pressure washer. Just make sure the pressure wash. You can even take it to the car wash, honestly. Car wash will work too. Just on rinse only, no soap. And just start spraying the heck out of this thing and getting the flesh and the fat, the stuff that you missed, off. Don't worry about that when you're skinning it. Just, you want it skinned, you want it somewhat good, no holes, and you want that baby salted and rolled up. Like, I had it folded that way, and then I rolled it up, because you don't want the fur touching the salt. So flip it up, roll it up, 24 hours, hang it up, bring it back down, screw it all on a pallet, and pressure wash that baby off. All right, everyone, so this is a good example. You don't have to have this pallet up on a fence. You can just put it on the ground, get your pressure washer. Make sure your tip is not a very pointy tip. Get it up close so they don't get that crack stuff coming off. Do it at an angle. And that 40 might be a little too wide. You can adjust these tips. A lot of the pressure washers come with different tips, so just make sure you do not go too low or you will put holes in it. Been there and done that. All right, guys, when you are doing this, the trick you want to consider is I got a 15 gauge on there now. See how it fits? Get your thing flat. You don't want to be pointing it, you put holes in it like this. See? On it with both hands. Keep working everywhere, go different ways, and you're going to have to re-stretch this because it's got looser. So it's looking good, guys. All right, guys. So after power washing, this is what it should look like. You're going to have some spots in there that looks like this. You can just scrape those off when it starts to dry. If it's loose, re-stretch it. But other than that, it's that simple. And we're gonna let this dry, put it up on the porch, lean it upright so everything drips down. You don't want to leave it like this. Put it up on the porch where your dogs won't get to it. Like this. You know what I mean? And let it dry. I'd say give it a day to dry and then make sure it's dry and then start maybe 2 days. And then once it's dry, then start applying your egg yolks. But that's pretty neat, isn't it, guys? I did retighten all those, went around and re-stretched them even more. I mean, this thing is twice as big as what it was when we started. So almost twice as big. But you get the point. Look how tight this is. And you might have a little pieces left over, but that's okay. Everything should look tight and clean because we'll cut all them off. Boom, baby. That's how you do it. Hey everybody, so it's been 48 hours since the hide has been just drying. It's been still on the pallet. I have it on the porch because I don't want my dogs to get to it because they like anything that has to do with hides or fur, if you know what I mean. So keep the hide away from your animals because they will try to mess with it. So we are going to finish this up and show you how we finish them with the eggs, the egg yolks that we use. I have 5 yolks and I have like 2 chicken eggs and 3 duck eggs because my hens are molting. So you could use duck eggs, you can use chicken eggs, whatever you got on hand. So we're going to use that today. Let me turn this camera around and we're going to show you guys how we finished this product. Okay, as you can see, the hide is vertical and I have it on my porch, like I said, and this thing has dried out. I mean, it's drying. You can tell how nice and smooth it is. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put this flat on the porch and start. Just like that. Isn't that beautiful? So what you want to do is only egg yolks. So remove the whites. I'm sure everyone knows how to do that, you know, tossing them back and forth. Now, let's take our egg yolks and just beat them up for a little bit. Real thick. And you can use a tanning solution, or like I said, you can use the brains of an animal, which I think I might do that one of these days. You know, the Indians, that's what they did. They'd use the brains, you know, to tan the hides. Eggs have a compound inside of them, and I'm not no scientist, but I do know there's a compound inside of eggs that softens the hides. So you want to get them just like that, nice and stirred up, beat them. just like that. Now, set your fork to the side. What we're going to do now is we are going to start working this egg yolk in. So just take it and just like this. Isn't that pretty? Just kind of right down the middle. And if we need more, we can scrape the bowl out. Now just get your hands and just start taking that yolk and working it in. All the way to the corners, all the way to the top. Work the yolk in everywhere. And it goes pretty far. It really does. So, it's so simple. Anybody could do this. I would say the pressure washing is the hardest part. In skinning the animal the correct way. So, the main goal is rub it in, rub it in. Y'all remember that old song? So, this is pretty easy. Just like that. Let me get all these corners and I'll be right back. All right, so you can see I got it all rubbed in everywhere, every corner, every crevice. And literally just take your hands and keep rubbing. The more you rub it in, see, it just gets into the hide, loosens it up, and it'll actually feel softer in your hands. But just get every single corner. I had to do 6 eggs because I was a little bit short. Thank God the ducks gave me another one. So you guys get the point. And this is going to be one beautiful, beautiful hide. When you're done with this, I mean, this is $100 piece that you can sell or just use. I'm thinking about making a blanket in the future with all of them. But leaving the tail on, wasn't that kind of cool? But as you can see, these corners, just get that yolk in there. You know, it's a little bit of work. It's not like it's hard. You know, you got to do something in life. And the good thing about doing this is we're saving all the animal. All the animal. We're using every piece of it, and they deserve it. So let me show you some other hides that I have finished. But this is what you want to do. Next step is you're going to want to lay a damp towel on this. And make sure it stays damp over the next 36 hours. Smaller hides might only take 24 hours. But this one I would suggest normally just do 36 hours. Damp cloth or a damp towel, not real wet. And just keep checking it and making sure the towel is damp. And then after the 36 hours, remove the damp cloth and then wash the egg off. And what I mean wash it, just wash it off with water. And then what you want to do now is unscrew all these and hang it up to dry. Or you can just let it dry and put this back up vertical, which is fine. You can do either or. And then once it dries, then you start working that hide with your hands. Just keep working it. And the more you work it, the softer it's going to be. It's going to be amazing. Isn't that pretty? All right, so when you're done with the egg yolk, like I was saying, take a damp towel, just wet a towel, throw it on top. And you don't want it soaked, you just want it damp, okay? And you might need 2 towels, but you don't want it to really dry out. You want that to absorb just like that. I just got this wet in the bathtub and wrung it out real good. And if you're missing a spot, just put something, add a little tea towel or something. But you get the idea. So just like that. Now, leave it like this for 36 hours and wash the yolk off. And then dry it off, like I said, and start working that hide. I mean, working it. Here is a beautiful sheep hide that I did in the past. I mean, look at this baby. I put it on the back of our couch. His name was Jacob. He was ornery, so that's why he's a hide now. But as you can see, some areas are just softer than others. It's soft, you know. And the more you work this, the better it'll get. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's such a centerpiece in our home. See, and you can fold it over things. But isn't that pretty? So you get the idea. And look, no hair comes out. It's so beautiful. So you guys can do the same. So easy. Here's another old goat hide. See what I mean? They're just so pretty. Lots of hides we have around here. Make your own, do your own. You know, it's just wonderful. All right, everybody. So I think you all get the idea on how to do a goat hide. It's very simple, and you can buy the tanning solution on Amazon. I'm sure that stuff works amazing, but out here, we just like to use the stuff that the farm provides. It makes it so much more fun, and it's easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Try it out. Tan a hide. It's not that hard. It does take a little bit of work, but what else you got to do in life? You got to do something, right? So, hey, guys, we love you. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, share, and subscribe, please. It helps us small farmers. And comment below any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you want to chat or talk to us about. Just comment in the comment section, and we will get back with you as soon as we can. And follow us on Facebook, Zion's Gate Ranch on Facebook. Everybody follow us on there. We always post stuff up to date on our Facebook. So we love you guys. Shalom. Stay safe and enjoy this fall weather. Peace.